Good afternoon, am I audible? Okay, so today we will see the program for circular queue. Okay, so before that, I'll just give a review how we do the insertion and deletion process in circular queue. In case you guys just forgot, it will be easy for you to map the program with the main functionality. So what happens in a circular queue? Circular queue, we can just like uh, normal queue, the DQ1 we can implement with the help of circular array. Okay, so hypothetically and logically it will look like this. Okay, so circular queue, the main advantage is what? There is no wastage of space or no extra time to shift things without shifting or keeping any unused cells. We can add or delete items. Okay, so last node is always connected to the first part. Okay, just like this. So just like normal, initially front will be 0 and R will be 0 in both cases. Okay, sorry. -1 and 0, which is the condition that queue is your empty. Okay. So now you want to add something into your queue. So what's the process? Whenever you want to add something, you will always set the value of f equal to 0 and r equal to 0. Okay. And here also same, f equal to 0 and r equal to 0. So you will add something into your queue. Example, let's take 10. Okay. I'm just showing in board part. So that's the item. Now in queue, the process is just same like queue. Whenever we want to add something, we will take care of the rear pointer because here we always add from the rear end. Okay. We want to add some more, we just add. Right? So you will increment rear r equal to 1. R equal to 1. Okay, fine. Okay. Now suppose you want to add some more items. Now I will be at 2. So in this way, you can just keep adding things. You keep adding. Okay. So at this location, the value of R will be 5 or R equal to 5. Okay. So this is the current location. Okay. This is the current position. F is equal to 0 and R is at 0. Okay. Now, for example, you want to add one more item. Can we add one more item in our queue? No. Right? Why no? Because it's an overflow condition in case of normal queue. But it's a circular queue. So whenever you want to add some item, make sure you delete something because your queue is already full. Okay, that means you can delete something from here. So how to delete? Delete. Whenever we delete from the front and we increase the front count. That is front plus plus. So now front is at 0. Okay, so I will delete front. Okay, now F will be at 1. Okay, I will delete then F is at 1. Okay, that means this space is empty. This space is empty. Okay, so current status is that our R is at 5 and F is at 1. That means we have one space. Okay. For example, now you want to delete one more item. Same process, you delete this item, F will be at, okay, so F will be at 2. Now you have 2 empty spaces. Okay, 2 empty spaces means now you can add something. Now in case of circular queue, R is at 5 in normal way, there is a overflow condition because real is equal to max minus 1, or you can also say n minus 1. N is the number of elements or the size of your queue. Okay, so right now R is at 5, F is at 2. Okay, so now if you want to add one more item, you have to add it from the rear, right? You will add from rear. That means what? You will reset the value of rear to 0. So now you will reset the value to 0 again. Now you will reset the value to 0 again. Okay. So rear set to 0. If this, then do this. Rear equal to 0. Okay. Now it is at here, so that means you can add one item. We simply add item 60. Can add item 60. Okay. Got it? Suppose now we want to add one more item. Okay. Now you have to add more items. So we set increment rear counter and R will be at 1 and you can add more items. 70. So got it? That's the normal way to do it. Clear the process? Yes, no, anything. So to enqueue any item in your queue, what we do? What are the conditions we check? when Q. First, we see the overflow condition. So what are the overflow conditions? If front is equal to 0 and rear is equal to, suppose, max minus 1, maximum size, right? Front is at F is at 0 and R is at 3. So this is the overflow condition, correct? Suppose something is here. So you cannot add anything. R is at last position, F is at 0. That's an overflow condition. Then what can be the other overflow conditions? When we circularly increased it, then R is equal to here and F was at 0. For example, something is here. Now R is equal to 1. Okay? And F is here. R is 1 and it is at 0. That means we consider the Q only in between R and F. And this is the overflow condition. F is front position is before R. Okay. So your F should be here. 2. Suppose at this position, okay, F is here, R is at 1. This is again full. So this is again an overflow condition. F equal to R plus 1. So another condition is what? Or your front is equal to rear plus 1. Okay, in both cases it's a overflow condition. Right? Now your Q is full. Now also it's overflow condition. F is at 2 and R is equal to 1. That means F equal to R plus 1. Okay, F is at 2 here and R is at 1. So that's the overflow condition. So if it is not so, what we do? Now if front equal to minus 1, that means what? Your Q is empty. If Q is empty, we set the value of front equal to 0 and rear equal to 0. Correct? Then what's the other condition we check? Whether rear is at last position. Correct? So what's the condition for that? Else if rear equal to max minus 1. Okay. If this condition arises, what we do? We simply set the value of rear to be 0. Okay, if neither of them, we simply add the item, that means rear equal to rear plus 1. Okay. And we can simply add the item, suppose we Q rear equal to item. Okay, so first to enter anything, we check the overflow condition. So two ways to check the overflow condition, either front 0 or and rear equal to max minus 1, or front is equal to rear plus 1, then in both case it's an overflow condition. If not, now we have two conditions, maybe our Q is empty. So if Q is empty, we will reset the value of front and rear to be 0. If it is not empty, then for this part Q is empty. Then we will do this part. In this part, consider Q is not empty. So if Q is not empty, what we do? First, we will check whether rear equal to max minus 1. If so, we will reset the value R equal to 0. Then we can add the item. Else, If here is not at the last location, we will simply do the normal thing. We are equal to real. Okay, got the idea? Now what we do for delete? We check what we do. First, we check the underflow condition. So what's the underflow condition? One condition is if front equal to -1, that means we know Q is empty. Underflow, then we can simply say it's a underflow condition. We cannot delete anything because Q is already empty. Okay. Now, if Q is not empty, if Q is not empty, for example, there is just only one element in your Q. So if there is only one element in the Q, it's always front equal to rear. Right? When we have only one item in the Q, front will be always same as rear. Okay. Then there is only one item and we want to delete the item. That means what? We have to set front to be -1 and rear also -1. Right? First we check, we want to delete something. First we are checking underflow. Q is empty. So in that case, you cannot delete anything. It will show underflow. Then we will see Q is not empty. If Q is not empty, whether there is only one item, one element in Q. Okay. Else, suppose there is more than one element. So what we do? More than one element, we again check the condition if front equal to max -1, right? Front is equal to max -1. Then what we do? If front is equal to max -1, suppose front is at here, after deleting something, we can again reset the value of f to be 0. Okay, just like your real value. So we can simply reset the value of front to 0. Okay. Else, if it is not at the last position, we can simply do the normal thing, that is front equal to front -1. So that's okay. That's so two conditions we check whether it is empty or not. If it is not empty, then we have to check the other conditions. If Q is full, then again if Q is full, we have to check whether there is just one element or there is more than one element. Is it clear? All the conditions and all? Is one clear? Because after deleting everything, F will be at 4 after deleting everything. Now you need to reset the value again. F here, if you want to delete something, if something is here, maybe R is equal to 0. You have to delete again, right? So you have to reset the value to front equal to 0. Okay. So same thing, let's say it in program. Is this one clear? It should be. I explained in last class also. Can you see the program concept?
Yes.
So this is the program for the circular queue. So this is also similar to your normal queue. We have taken every function and defined the size of the queue to be 5. So whenever we will use max, the size will be 5. Okay. So here with the insert, we have defined the insert function or your enqueue person. So it's same. We will first see the overflow condition. What's the condition? If front equal to 0 and rear is equal to max minus 1, or front equal to rear plus 1. So in both cases, Q will be overflow. Okay. Then we will see whether Q is empty. If so, we will reset the value of front and rear to be 0. Else, if there is something inside your Q, then what we have to check whether rear is equal to max minus 1. That means rear is at the last position of the Q. In that case, we just reset the value R to be 0. Otherwise, simply R plus plus. And we add the item onto the rear end of the circular queue. Okay. Next, delete. So for that, we check the flow condition. If front equal to minus 1, it's underflow. Okay. Then you can simply see whether there is only one element or more than one element. If there is only one element, that means front equal to rear, then you will set front equal to minus 1 and rear equal to minus 1 after deleting that item. Okay. And otherwise, if there is more than one element, you will check whether front is equal to max minus 1. That means at the last position. In that case also, you will reset the value of front to 0. Otherwise, simple front plus plus. Okay, before deleting, you can just print the value to be deleted. With this, the front value is the one you will delete. Okay. Next, display. For display, we just set front is equal to front position, rear is equal to rear position. So if front equal to minus 1, that means we print Q is empty. And if it is not empty, what you will do? You will run the loop if front less than rear position. If front less than rear position, you will do this and keep printing all the elements inside your queue. Now, if front is not less than rear position, or front, you will check front is less than max minus 1. We'll keep doing it until it is less than 1, because all the time it might not be like front will be less than rear position. Sometimes front is again before rear. Remember, front can be rear plus 1 as well. So in that case, you will use this. Then front max minus 1, you will keep printing. Okay. And after that, you will reset the value front equal to 0. Then again, you will check front equal to less than rear position around. In that case, also you will keep printing the elements. So here, giving the menu for the users. See, these are not prototyping. We have directly defined the functions. If you have just defined all the functions after main function, then you have to use the prototyping. Here didn't use prototyping, simply define the program first, then we are writing the main function. Okay, so it's a choice based. Again, you are giving options to the user: insert, delete, display, and query. So if you run this program, insert 1, insert again, insert again, 70, insert again, 3. Now I want to display. So it's showing 12, 15, 17, 23. Okay, that means we can add one more item. Now, technically, queue is full. How many items are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 items are there. So if I want to add one more item, it is showing queue is overflow. Okay, that means it's working fine. Next, you have to delete that. So element deleted to be the 12. So item I entered first was the 12 and item to be deleted also 12. That means it is following the first in first out principle. 12 I added first. This is the one to be deleted first. Okay. Next you have to delete one more. So now deleted item is 15. 15 was the second item, so it was removed second position. Okay. And so let's delete all the items. Next 17 gone, 23 gone, 44 gone. Okay, now it's showing underflow because there's nothing else. So understood? I'll share both the programs for Q and Survey. You can try it. See, if offline classes will start, that means most probably your exams will be also offline. That means you have to actually write the program in the exam. Like in online classes, obviously you will just copy paste the program, right? But if it is offline exam, you cannot copy paste anything. You have to write it yourself. It is very important to understand the program. And it's not like only I'll teach you and you guys will try to understand. If you don't put your own effort, you won't understand anything. And as you can see, now the programs are quite long, not like second semester, small programs. Revision. It will depend whether course will finish by that time. If we can finish the course before that time, then we can start revision. Okay, right. And moreover, your last class maybe will be till November, and maybe by December you will have your exam. Our semester is always very short. Okay, got it? I guess I explained everything at least 2 times. Right? Sometimes more than 2 times. But I do explain everything at least 2 times. So it will be very disappointing if you guys still don't understand. Or if you're having still some problems, you can just tell me what's the problem. Because I know most of you just switch on your class and you do your homework. So, সবে বুঝি পাইছা? বুঝি পোৱা নাই যদি programটো I'll share with you guys, run yourself and see. You can always change any piece of code and check what will be the output. And you can select any programs you want. Not like this is the only program to implement something. It's up to you. You can select any program, but main thing is you have to understand the program. Or you can write your own programs, which will be much better. Because if you are in computer science, definitely in future you have to write. Okay. Yes, it is challenging. Yeah, it will be a bit challenging for you because we started the class from August and it is September, October, almost 2 months time. So I'll suggest you just go for all class videos. You see those videos. If you don't understand anything in those class videos, then you can directly ask. Okay, for both federal and student. Just go through the class videos. Right now, you guys are not registered because I guess you are still not able to upload the documents, right? I told IT department like 2, 3 times, but I don't know what they are doing. So definitely, if you are not registered, you cannot see, you cannot get the links from the portal. But anyways, YouTube, CSC YouTube link is there. I guess Jess already shared with you. So you can go to the TSA playlist, or I can just directly give you the playlist link. So you can go through all the videos. And if you don't understand something, you can directly ask me. Okay. This is the playlist for this class. You can go through the videos. If you don't understand, you can always ask me anytime. Okay. Okay. Thank you all. Good to end the meeting. Just okay. I guess next week will be holiday. Tuesday onwards. Monday is not holiday, so usually we will have one class on Monday. If I don't take leave. If I'm on leave, then there is no class. Okay. Thank you.